Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam to all the assembled devotees. Let us start our day by prayers to Shri Radha Govinda and our Guru Parampara. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalitam Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय षड गोस्वामी की जय नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णा प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Hope you all had a good Nirjala Ekadashi fasting.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, I want to share this experience. Last year on Pana Nirjala Ekadashi, NND Prabhu asked in class, how many of you are doing Nirjala Ekadashi today?
Yeah.
To raise the hand. I did not know how to do Nirjala Ekadashi, but I was doing by taking 1 cup of milk morning and evening, but I did not know how to do Nirjala Ekadashi. From since then, I was doing Nirjala Ekadashi. Yesterday, Prabhuji again asked, wow, I just amazed. 1 year passed, I did not, and I come to the realization that this is how there is no time factor in spiritual world. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol, Prabhuji. Good.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mata.
Nirjala Ekadasi. Yesterday I do all this Nirjala Ekadasi. Yesterday also I did. So this time I did some differently. So Nirjala Ekadashi, throughout the day I did not speak any other word related to the conversation to someone. I kept quiet and it was just chanting, and when I was beats are not in my hand, then it is again that resonance was going in. I did not even spoke a word, and you will not believe, in goosebumps are coming, Prabhuji. You don't believe that what kind of shakti that I got in within self. It seems like I should do daily. Daily I have to be very quiet. I don't need only conversing to this environment.
Jalpa. A Jalpa is not necessary. It
Yes, Prabhuji.
will only
Yes,
open the
Prabhuji.
mouth for
Yes,
glorifying Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord and eating prasadam, chanting the holy
yes,
names.
Prabhuji. And all Ekadashi daily 16 plus, but Ekadashi and Janmashtami I used to do 32 rounds like that, but this time it went beyond 64, Prabhuji, and that is I don't Just I'm sharing to motivate other souls. I'm not emphasizing that I have done something beyond it, but
Mataji.
yes, Prabhuji. So it is amazing, Prabhuji. I don't have words. Nirvachaniyam. It's gone like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, it's really motivating.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So that is the real happiness. Yeah, the soul, the nourishment to the soul when we are doing this fasting. Though the body is going through a lot of difficulty, right? We are able to rise above all the bodily conditioning through these austerities. And as a result, the happiness what the soul gets is the real happiness. Yeah. Anybody wish to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I think, doing Nirjala Ekadashi, I had an opportunity, Prabhuji. I think with association, we kind of, plan to do 128 rounds. I think which is 13 hours minimum. I tried engaging between 12 to 12 of 13 hours of chanting, Prabhuji. I think with Nirjal doing this 13 hours of chanting was a new experience, different experience, and how Krishna can give us an energy is and how he reciprocates is amazing. Not just mechanically, the way the chanting continuously, if I mean in between intermittent breaks, was I thought it was impossible, but Krishna enabled. It happened. Of course, it has happened only through the devotees association. Without them, it would have not been possible. So it was a great experience, Prabhuji.
Haribol. Haribol, Prabhu. Neha Mataji, you want to add?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
This Nirjala Ekadashi was a whole new different experience for me.
Your
And
voice is little feeble, Mataji. Can you speak a bit louder?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is it okay now?
Voice is little feeble. You can come closer to the mic and then speak louder.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is
Yeah,
it okay
better,
now?
much better. Yes, Mataji.
So this Nirjala Ekadashi was a whole new experience for me, and it was so blissful to engage in chanting with devotees. Like on our own endeavors, we cannot do anything. I came to realize that thing yesterday because on my own endeavors, I struggle even to chant 16 rounds. And with devotee association, magic happens, Prabhuji. And one more thing that I want to share is uh, yesterday I wanted to observe Nirjala Ekadashi, and I really wanted to give that day to Krishna because every day we give to others, and I wanted to give this day particularly to Krishna. And uh, day before yesterday, something came that I had to go somewhere, and it was like Sunday. This Ekadashi, I won't be able to chant even a single round if I go there. And that night, it was like I seriously, I feel that first time I ever prayed sincerely that please allow me to do this. Please, I want to. And it was impossible yesterday to even chant one round if I would go there, but Krishna reciprocated so nicely. He cancelled that plan. He told that okay, you chant, and he cancelled that plan, and he said okay, if you really want to, you try to dedicate. And I'm I'm like amazed that Krishna has given so much to me. Like I don't deserve even a single thing, but Krishna has given so much mercy to me, and it's wonderful, Prabhuji. So this Nirjala Ekadashi was amazing for me, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. So when we have a deep desire and we are sincere about that desire, definitely Krishna will help us out. Yeah. One of the key lessons, in fact, Praveen Prabhu and Neha Mataji, whatever they said, they're part of our Japa group. And yesterday was a day where we chanted 128 rounds, full day. And then this morning, there was a very important Japa session after that, the realization. One of the key thing what the Prabhuji was telling is, it should not hit us pride of chanting 128 rounds. Yeah. More we chant, one of the qualities should manifest is to be humble. It is extremely important. In our earlier days, chanting 16 round, we feel that we are a very elevated devotees. And when we are chanting, say to the tune of 128, we can't even dream of. Yeah, we need to understand that we are not great, but we should be grateful. We should understand that we are fortunate to have that association of devotees and the mercy of Guru Parampara. Only by that we will be able to do anything like this. Otherwise, on our own, we will not be able to even dream of doing something like this. I can't even skip a single meal. If half an hour is delayed, my wife sometime can tell you what is my behavior. Okay, but on a Nirjal Ekadashi, completely Nirjal and doing these rounds, it is not on our capabilities. It is purely by the mercy of Vaishnavas and our Guru Parampara we can do something like that. So most importantly, having done all these things, if a pride hits us, again a beautiful example Prabhu was giving, it is like making a tumbler full of sweet rice, and at the end, before serving, you add 5 grams of sand in that. Will you be able to eat that sweet rice? Just 5 grams of sand. So that is what pride is all about. So we need to stay humble, stay grateful, and progress in our Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so this is the key learnings.
Prabhuji, yesterday I have completed my IDC course also and also received the certificate. So yesterday was the wonderful day that Krishna showered lots of blessing and
Hari Bol Mataji. So now let us move on to our session. Let us start with a quick recap. There was a gap, sorry. Again, last week we were in Vrindavan by the mercy of Vrinda Maharani and Guru Parampara. We had a very blissful time there. Unfortunately, only regret is I missed my class. Keep you waiting. Okay, and already had requested before that because of my travel schedules, such breaks are happening. So please continue to excuse and tolerate. Yeah, today we will try to complete our chapter 16. So let us have a quick recap of what we learned in our session. So that will give us the momentum to continue. So request devotees to raise hands, open your books, check your notes, please contribute. Chanda Mataji and Neha Mataji, they have raised Kalpana Mataji. These are all our regular devotees who will contribute. I want to see some new hands. So let me give a chance to Chanda Mataji. Meanwhile, I wish to see other devotees to quickly open your notes, check, and contribute 1 or 2 points. Yes, Chanda Mataji. Hare Bol.
yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Chapter 16, we have elaborately discussed about before 16, 15. So the chapter 15, it is described that banyan tree, the material world and modes of its nature. Then we talked about divine and demonic nature of the banyan tree. That is the lower part, upper part is the divine and the lower part is the demonic nature. Then extra roots of the banyan tree also compared to activities of the living entities. Some are auspicious and some are inauspicious. So then we have talked about the connection between 15 and 16, how the chapter is progressing and how it is connected. So the divine and the demonic nature. So divine nature elevates through the roots and help us to liberate from this material bondage, and demonic nature, the demonic people, the mentality of the demonic person, which drives one to the lower part of the tree and ultimately to the hell. Then, so the connection between 14, 15, and 16, it is like this: that sattva gun, which is connected to the upper branches, and that is divine nature, that is chapter 16, and the rajas tamas of 14. Chapter 15, the lower branches, and the chapter 16, that is demonic nature. So this all we have discussed about, and then we come to the qualities of divine nature and the demonic nature. So we have qualities, 26 qualities were described. So in which we have abhyam, spiritual knowledge; charity, study of Veda; austerities and simplicity; non-violence; truthfulness; freedom from anger; renunciation; tranquility; overwhelming of the fault finding; then compassion; freedom from covetousness; modesty; study of determination; anger; vigor; forgiveness; fortitude; cleanliness; and freedom from envy; passion for honor. So after that, we have discussed about the demonic nature. Demonic nature includes the arrogance, pride, anger, and then harassness and ignorance. These qualities belong to the person who are in demonic nature. Then we have talked about the transcendental qualities are conducive to liberate oneself from the demonic qualities, and this demonic qualities, it leads us to the lower world, that is the hell. So in this world, two kinds of people are created, that is divine and demonic. Overview of this chapter is, that is, we talked about the dog. So D indicates the divine, and O is the opinion and outlook of the demons, and G is the get to hell. So get to hell, that is the anger, lust, and greed. These are the three hell of gets, where the demonic nature, if we fall in that, so this is three things that manifestation of these three qualities will happen, and this will lead us to the hell. Then we have also talked about nature of demonic nature. When we fall in that, then what are the qualities that that person do not follow the shastras, and their mind are in and out, they are unclean. Then improper behavior, that they go down, and their action will be not proper. And then the untruthfulness, they will be not loyal at all, so every step they follow untruthfulness. Then their attitudes, so they don't have intelligence, and also this intelligence says progressing, means in that state they think that we are progressing, but actually they are degrading themselves, and they are progressing towards the destruction, the self destruction. And further we have discussed about the engagements. So the divine nature people and the demonic people, what is their engagement? So we have talked about the demonic. So they work and they mean to destroy world and ugra karma. We have talked about the ugra karma, which are the painful, horrible, and destructive acts. So till this I have noted down, Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Haribol Mataji, you did not left anything for other devotees. Very nicely covered. Anything else, Neha Mataji or Kalpana Mataji, Shanti Sudesh Mataji, you want to add anything other than what Chanda Mataji has already covered? You can unmute and
Chanda Mataji discussed everything, Prabhuji, but one point that was very beautiful last class, and we discussed about that Krishna is merciful, and Krishna says that surrender unto me. And then we discussed the whole chain of it, that Mahaprabhu is more merciful than Krishna. And to get Mahaprabhu's mercy, we need to get Nityanand Prabhu's mercy. And Nityanand Prabhu's mercy will get when we get our Guru Maharaj's mercy. And Guru Maharaj Pranam Mantra says Nittai Kripa Pradayini. So our Guru Maharaj's mood is that he wants, if how to please Guru Maharaj then. If we want to please Nityanand Prabhu, before that we have to please Guru Maharaj. And to please Guru Maharaj, we need to please him by knowing his mood. That his mood is unlimited preaching. So we can please Guru Maharaj by preaching Krishna consciousness, and if not preaching, then at least trying to assist those who are preaching. So this way we can please Guru Maharaj and get the mercy, Prabhuji.
yeah, thank you very much, Mataji. That's again a very important point what you brought in. And as you brought in, I was trying to connect this with our practical life. Yeah, it's a very important message what we are trying to say. Many times we make a mistake of directly reaching out to Krishna without following this chain. How can we relate this with our own practical lives? Even in our work professionally, as somebody who is just started in an organization or as a fresher, yeah, can you directly reach out to the managing director of the company and by bypassing all your hierarchy, and can you please? Many will do that mistake. Yeah, and I'm sure you can relate this example when you try to bypass that hierarchy and try to reach out to your top bosses. What will happen to your career? Yeah, so just trying to connect this practical life situation example with what it has been taught in our spiritual progress as well. So we have to serve to Jnaninas Tattvadarshina Tadvidi Paripatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. So what this loka teaches us is we have to serve our spiritual master and inquire about this Tattva Vijnana. Right? We can't directly reach out to Krishna. Yeah, thank you for bringing up that. Anything else? Kalpana Mataji or Shanti Sudesh Mataji want to add?
No, Prabhuji, all points covered.
All points covered. Good, Mataji. Very good. Very good beginning. So it gives us a lot of energy and motivation to start this, having such kind of discussions. Yeah, and I was just telling about our Japa session today. 3 lessons what Prabhu told I wish to share with you, because that is also linked to the godly qualities what is said here. The first thing what Prabhu said is we should not be pride. We should be humble. Yeah, this is first lesson. Second is about forgiveness. Yeah. Prabhu says everybody here, in fact, there were about 350 devotees who did japa yesterday, and they were there in this morning session for this. And Prabhu was telling forgiveness, the importance of forgiveness. When we look back into our life, there are somebody who would have done some or the other just injustice in our life. It could be our family member, it could be our colleagues, it could be our friends or people in society. Lot of injustice would have gone through. We would have gone through. Yeah. Prabhu was telling, sincerely pray for such souls. From bottom of your heart, not mechanically, superficially, bottom of your heart, you have to forgive them. Not only forgive them, you have to pray for them. Yeah. Otherwise, what happens? Because of this, we will not be able to go back to Krishna. We'll have to take birth again. Yeah. Yes, whatever injustice has happened to us, it could be absolutely wrong to us. But still, if you want to take control of that and you want to resolve that, then living into Krishna, then you are getting into that vicious cycle of birth and death. Krishna is the supreme controller. Krishna knows everything. And we need to also realize at very high level of realization that whatever injustice has happened to us, only because of that, we are where we are today. We have taken the association of devotees. We are trying to take the solace in the scriptures. We are practicing devotional service. We are trying to hold on to Krishna because of all these injustice. So in a way, directly or indirectly, they have helped us. So that realization is important for us. This is second lesson. Third and most important, like many have done injustice to us, we have also have done a lot of injustice to others. So we should gain courage to go back to them and seek forgiveness. Some of the issues are so strong, Immediately, when I say immediately, you will not be able to take the call and you have to call them and say forgiveness. No, it may take time, but you need to be clear, and as soon as possible, you have to seek forgiveness, call them, seek forgiveness. They forgive or not, that is their issues, but at least you should seek forgiveness. These are the 3 important lessons from our Japa session yesterday. Yeah. So as it was, forgiveness was one of the godly qualities, I thought of touching on that. And then we also ended with these demonic nature mentalities. They are attracted to the impermanent things. What is impermanent? It even could be as simple as our own bodily conditioning, our own body. We are so attached to our body, right? In fact, my wife was just yesterday, we were discussing, my wife was telling, with lot of efforts, putting lot of oil, she grew her hair. Almost it took 4 or 5 months. And she went to parlor in 10 minutes, they cut it to shape and other things. So she was telling, with so much of effort I put, and in 5 minutes, this beautician had cut this hair. That is the nature. We give so much importance for our material attachment, bodily beautification and other things. It has to go one day, right? So we are more attracted for these impermanent things. Insatiable lust. The lust what we have, it is insatiable. We cannot satisfy. Yeah. So how to get over this situation? The lust should convert. The opposite of lust is love. Love towards the Lord and love towards all the living entities. We have to rise in that. Illusioned and absorbed in conceit and pride and false prestige. So pride we already discussed at length, right? So pride and false prestige. So these are some of the qualities we saw, demonic qualities in our last session. So we will move further. So this is a very simple, very straightforward chapter, and we will try to close all these demonic qualities. So somebody can read this who has not participated yet. Suraj Prabhuji, can you please read this?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, the de- the demonic engage in the horrific work meant to destroy the world. They try to enjoy this material world to the utmost limit, and therefore always engage in inventing something for sense gratification. Such materialistic inventions are considered to be advancement of human civilization, but the result is that people grow more and more violent and more cruel, cruel to animals and cruel to other human beings. Such peoples are considered the enemies of the world because ultimately they will invent or create something which will bring destruction to all. Indirectly, this verse anticipates the invention of nuclear weapons, of which the whole world is today very proud. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So this is what they are trying to invent, many new things just for their sense enjoying propensities, right? Let us now move to the today's session. So Santoshi Bopana Mataji, you want to recite the sloka?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Chintamapari meyam cha pralayam tamupashritaha kamo कामोपभोग परमोह एता वदिति नाश्रिताः. आ-
Next
आश
also you can read.
आशापाशशतलै आशापाशशस्तरैर्बुद्धः काम क्रोधः परायणाः तन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्येनार्थ अन्येनार्थ संचयान्. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Praveen K. Prabhuji, you want to read this translation for us?
Hare Krishna. They believe that to gratify the sense unto the end of life is the prime necessity of woman's civilization. Thus, there is no end to their anxiety. Being bound by hundreds and thousands of desires, by lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. Hare Krishna.
So the demonic person, they are thinking that their ultimate purpose is to engage in unlimited sense enjoyment. That is their ultimate goal. Their measure of success is also that. They want to earn a lot of money. They want to grow in their careers, get into big positions. All these things is to have the most luxurious, most sense-enjoyed life. Engaging in illicit relationship, gambling, meat eating, intoxications. This is what in today's society which is happening. And those who are engaged in all these activities, they think they are the most successful. Yeah, that is the illusion we discussed, one of the quality. And they think that this is only one life, enjoy to the core. But what we learn from Bhagavadgita, the knowledge, Bhagavadgita 2.13, what does it says? Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. Right? So the body is transmigrating, and at end of the life, we have to again take another birth. So it is not one life, we have to enjoy. In fact, to an extent, there are cases the people are ready to spend whatever money at the time of death. They want to extend their lifetime. But whatever opulence you accumulate, material opulence, it is not going to help you even to extend 1 second beyond what Krishna has decided. Right? And it is said that the demonic person who has no faith in the Lord, he thinks that he is performing everything. He never believes Krishna is within. He thinks everything he is able to achieve, it is based on his capabilities. The sloka 15.15, Sarvasya chaham riti sannivisto, atasmritir jnanam apohanam cha. So Krishna is residing within our heart. How do we see this? So two things. One who has surrendered to Krishna, we have discussed this before. One who have surrendered to Krishna, Prabhupada gives, what is the analogy Prabhupada gives about the Paramatma within?
The witness bird.
Two
Yes,
birds.
Such.
exactly. So the two birds, one is Jiva, the other is Paramatma. So one who has surrendered to the Lord, this bird becomes the guide. Whereas one who have not surrendered to the Lord, who don't believe the supremacy of the Lord, who don't believe the Paramatma is within, so Paramatma is witnessing all his acts. And we will discuss as we progress further, as a result of all these sinful activities, as a witness of the Lord, what will happen to such person, we will further discuss. Yeah. So these sinful activities, sinful tendencies, from where this sinful tendency is coming and how to overcome this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Due to misidentification with the body,
Yes,
we get that tendencies.
yes, misidentification with the body. What more? Keep throwing answers, no? There is no Perfect answer. We are all learning.
We want to lord it over, Prabhu.
Yes. Lauding nature. Yes.
And
Our
misuse of the
conditioning,
independence, Prabhuji.
Yes. Misuse of our independence.
Conditioning, Prabhu.
Sorry, Mataji.
Sense enjoying propensity.
Yeah, sense enjoying propensities. When we have sense enjoying propensities, we end up doing sinful activities. What more? What is the root cause of all these
Our,
things?
bo- our bodily conditioning, Prabhu.
Bodily
Hare
conditioning.
Krishna. Desire anything other than about the Lord.
Lust and
Desire
anger.
anything other than about the Lord. That is the answer I was looking. The root cause of all these things is desire. Yeah, in our previous chapter, we have seen the material tree as well as the spiritual tree. What distinguish, what is the difference between these two is our desire, right? Our desire to engage in sinful activities, sense enjoying propensity, material attachment, bodily conditioning. All the answers are right, but everything starting from our desire. So how do we change this desire? How do we rise above this conditioning? We have discussed about the good dog and bad dog example, right? So how do we turn around this situation in our life?
Totaling to Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, what you said?
Totaling to Krishna.
What Krishna?
Diverting
Diverting, yes. Yes.
just to
Yes.
Krishna.
Yes. So all these tendencies, when the desire is there, the desire to serve ourselves or desire to serve Krishna, when we shift all our activity towards the service of the Lord, then the purification starts. And for that to happen, we have such a deep conditioning. Yeah, we've been living with this conditioning for millions and millions of births. Now, to turn around this conditioning, it is so difficult, right? It is not easy. What will help us to turn around this desire towards Krishna, to service Krishna? What is that?
Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam.
Yes, Rishikena, Rishikesha Sevanam, correct. But what will help us to do that is the question.
Mercy of the Vaishnava.
Mercy of the Vaishnava. Yes. And what more?
Chanting.
Sadhu Sangha.
Yes. Yes. So the core is chanting of holy names. Mercy of Vaishnava, Sadhu Sangha, everything is important. These are all interlinked. The core thing is chanting of holy name. The chanting of holy names will purify our internal desires to satisfy our own senses and move towards satisfying the senses of the Lord. That is the importance of chanting of the holy names. Right? Now let us move to the next sloka. Neha Mataji, you want to recite this sloka?
Dam adya maya labdham imam prapse manoratham idam asti idam api me bhavishyati punardhanam asau maya hata shatur nishte cha paranapi ishvaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi आदयोगिजावान् अस्मि पुण्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्षे दश्यामि मोदिष्य इति अज्ञानविमोहिता.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Karuna PB Mataji, you want to read this?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Right.
The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemy will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Thank
Ignorance.
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
It's purely by ignorance he is thinking about all this, right? So what more to say about such person? We have to feel only pity about such a person. And most of them today in the society are like that. They think that I am the controller and I am the enjoyer. They think I am perfect, I am more powerful. And anybody who are challenging, they treat them as their enemies. Right? So this is the demonic mentality being discussed here. Shanti Sudesh Mataji, you want to read this sloka?
Yes, sir. Shloka 16.16. Aneka chitta vibranta mohajala samavrata prasakta kama bodhishu patanti narakesu cha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Shweta Mataji, you want to read the translation?
Thus, perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions, one becomes too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and falls down into hell.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So here, the demonic person, the tendency is there is no limit for him to how much you want to acquire the money, how much you want to engage in sense enjoying propensities. We have seen many industrialists, many businessmen, they want to grow their assets beyond, right? And they will try to go whatever means they want to achieve that. And as said, they believe in their own strength. They do not believe in their past life karmas. Many, in fact, when I came into Krishna consciousness, one of the question was always why somebody takes birth in a very opulent family and why somebody takes birth in a very menial families. Yeah. So it is because of one's karma is getting it. It is not that it is its own capability. So that is one of the extremely important thing, that when we have come into this, when we realize that there is a, whatever we are today is because of our past life karmas, and whatever we are going to be in future is based on what we are doing today. We are preparing for our next life. It could be material or spiritual, but we are preparing for that. So knowing that, what is important. Bhagavadgita 2.40 shloka. Neha Bikramana Asosti. Yeah. Pratyavayo na vidyate swalpa apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So swalpa apiyasya dharmasya, little devotional service we do, we are free from the greatest danger of falling down. At least we get human birth to continue from where we are. Right? So in fact, I was also sharing with one of the participants in this class when they connected for some doubts during the week. There is a very beautiful story I heard during this week, that there were two people, one engaging in lot of pious activities and one person who is doing lot of impious activities. Yeah. So one morning, the person is taking Ganga Snan and doing his prayers and coming back, and he hurt with some very strong thorn in his leg and he is profusely bleeding. The other side, the impious person is coming with lot of joy because he got a bag full of gold coins. Yeah. And this person is telling, look at you, you do so much of devotional services, so much of things. Okay. And you got this, look at me, I got these gold coins. So the pious person was so sad And he was started doubting. Many times we do this. We start doubting the process. We start doubting, questioning Krishna, that I did so much and you have given me this. And as he was passing, he meets a very saintly person, a yogic person, and he goes and shares this situation. So that yogic person is a well self-realized person. He says, he just thinks about, he takes few minutes from his dhyana, he sees and he says, as per your past life karma, today you are supposed to be hanged to death. Somehow you are fortunate for whatever services you have done, you have relieved with that, and you only got this small hurt to your leg. At the same time, the other person, because of his past deeds, he was supposed to rule this entire kingdom. But because of his past deeds in this lifetime, he is left with that last bag of gold coins. So we do not know what we are carrying. So the lesson what we need to take from this is, whenever we are going through difficult situation, we need not have to be too depressed. Many of us do that, right? So this is all our purification. All our past life things, we are getting purified. Only then we will qualify to go back to Krishna, right? That qualification is purification. Yeah. And these people, demonic people, they are always in network of illusion. They are mohajala, it is said as. And what is happening? Because of these deeds, they are getting little happiness in that moment when they are enjoying those senses. But they are always perplexed by various anxieties. Yeah, become too strongly attached for sense enjoyment and finally fall down to hell. Let us move to the next sloka. Snigdha Padimataji, you want to read the translation? Sorry, sloka.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। आत्मसंभावितः स्तब्धा धनमान मदान्वितः जजन्ते नाम यज्ञेस्ते दम्भनाभिधिपूर्वकम्। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji. Padmini Mataji, want to read the translation for us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Self, what is this?
Self-complacent.
Complacent, always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige. They sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in name only, without following any rules or regulations. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, such person thinks they are all in all, not caring about any authorities or scriptures. When you act not following the scriptures, then you end up doing all the abominable activities, right? So such person, one of the person with so much of false prestige that they will do some sacrifices and other thing without following rules and regulations. In fact, one of the example, Ravana, he was trying to build the staircase to the heaven on his own strength, right? So Ravana is an example from the scriptures. We also see such people who takes up with little knowledge, they takes up preacher's role and they start misleading, giving their own interpretations. Today in YouTube, you can see so many such messages we get, so many such informations we get. Whenever any such information comes to me, first thing I try to understand is what is the source of that information. Is it coming from any of the literatures from the Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON Desire Tree? If it is there, we can accept that. Else, we should always take it with a touch of salt. And from this sloka, it is said that avidhi purvakam, the word is very important. That is discarding all the rules and regulation is stressed here in this sloka. So these things are again is due to it's their own ignorance, and as they are in illusion, they think they are the most strongest and they don't need any guidance from the scriptures or authorities. So being self-complaints, so same thing it has been mentioned. So hypocritical nature and preaching of demonic person. So they preach and they misguide people. So such hypocrisy will not save them from the great danger, is what Prabhupada says. Let us move to the next sloka. Taruni Mataji, you want to recite the
Yes,
sloka?
yes, Prabhuji. अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संश्रितः मामात्मा परदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तो ह्यासु या कः. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Madhura Manashi Ganga Mataji, you want to read the translation for us?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demon becomes envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in his own body and in the bodies of others, and blaspheme against the real religion. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So why such a person, why such a demonic person do not follow or believe in the scriptures? What could be the reason?
They think that they know everything and they do not need scriptures.
So
They do
what
not
is there in the
accept the
scriptures? Scriptures is all glorifying the opulences, glorifying the Lord, Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord. So such people, such demonic people, not able to appreciate this because they are envious. Because of their enviousness quality, they are not able to tolerate the glorification of the Lord. Because the Lord is full in his opulences. Why that envious quality comes? I was listening to one of the Siksha Guru. Enviousness quality will come because we think that what the other person has, we want that. We think it is good. But we are envious because that person has it and I don't have it. Yeah. So such demonic people want to become the controller, supreme enjoyer. Yeah, they want to maintain the world. That is what we learn from the pastimes of Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. They want to acquire even the Devalokas and acquire and maintain, control, enjoy. Right? What they don't understand is their present life is the preparation for the next life. Yeah, it's a very important statement. We can desire, we have so much of desires, but we do not have control that in what body we are going to enjoy these desires. Right? So Krishna, the supreme, by the supreme will of the Lord, we will get, and by the material nature, we'll get certain body to enjoy. So we do not have control over it. We have seen many such examples. The people, very powerful leaders in the society, till the time they are there, they think they are something really great and nothing can destroy them. But at the time of their death, we see they look so insignificant, right? At the time of death, before that, their actions show they are so powerful, they can dominate the entire world. But when they die a very insignificant death. Let us move to the next sloka. Shanti Sudesh Mataji, have you recited the sloka? Not, you can recite.
Yes, Prabhu, once I recite.
Once you are done. So Kalpana Mataji, you can take chance.
तानहं द्विषत्वा तान् अहं विशतः क्रूरान् संसारेषु नराधमां क्षिपां यजश्रम् अशुभान् आसुरीवेव योनिषु.
Thank you, Mataji. Sudarshana Rao Putaru Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, are cast by me into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So this shloka clearly says, it indicates that the placing of particular individual soul in a particular body is done by the supreme will of the Lord. Yeah. The demonic person may not accept such supremacy of the Lord. Yeah. When he is living, he may not accept the supremacy of the Lord. He thinks he is the controller, but his next life is not in his hand. When you are talking about these Dushkritinas, 4 kind of demonic people, which is that shloka we have learned in the past, which talks about 4 Dushkritinas? Anybody remember?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chaturvidha.
Chapter
Yes.
7.
Yeah, chapter 7,
Chaturvidha
16th
bhajanti.
shloka.
shloka 15.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
Anybody remember?
yes, Prabhuji. न मां दुष्कृति न मूढ़ा प्रपदन्ते न राधम मायाया अपहृत ज्ञान आसुरं भावमाश्रिता.
Yes. So this shloka talks about those kind of 4 kind of Dushkritinas, the Mudas, who are grossly foolish, who are working so hard like an donkeys. And then we talk about Naradamas, the lowest of mankind. Prabhupada says 99% of the people in the society are Naradamas. Those who are socially and politically developed but have no religious principles. Mayaya Parhata Jnana. So these are great scholars and people with great knowledge, but they're because of the illusionary energy, they have stolen and they do not know the real purpose of the life. And then lastly, Ashrim Bhavam Ashrita. These are atheistic demons who never surrender to the Lord. Yeah. Let us move to the next shloka. Neha Jindal Mataji, you want to recite this?
आसुरं योऽपि आपन्ना मूढजन्मानि जन्मनि माम् अपरयपैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्ति अधमां गतिम्.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So here we are trying to understand people with such qualities, what will happen to such people, right? Akshita Reddy Mataji, can you please read this for us?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Attaining repeated birth amongst the species of demoniac life, such persons can never approach me. Gradually, they sink down to the most abominable type of existence.
Yes. So, most abominable type of existence. What is the most abominable type of existence there can be?
Hell,
Animal life.
hell, the narak.
Naraka and all is fine. In this material world, what is the most abominable life we can take?
Running behind sense gratification.
And that we are all doing. I'm talking about, see, this sloka, basically it is talking about what kind of bodies one take.
Trees, Prabhuji, trees.
Trees are more pious. It is so tolerant.
Swine, pig, Prabhu, hogs.
Sorry?
Hog.
What can be even more worse than hog?
Worm in the stool.
Exactly, that is the answer. Yeah, that is the most abominable type of existence. Worm in the stool. Right? The Vedas, it is stated that such person will gradually sink to become dog, hogs, and life after life, they will go Janmani, life after life will glide down to the hellish planets and take the most abominable type of existence, that is to the worm in the stool. So that is the That is what they are going to get. Many people say that this is such an impious person, but he is getting all the good things in life. He is so opulent, he is all thing. So I already shared you the example, right? So they were supposed to get something bigger, but they are only getting this, and next life they are going to glide down to the most hellish nature. So we are going to get into the last section. So maybe another 10-15 minutes we'll try to complete this, and the chapter is done. And last 10 minutes, I think Kalpana Mataji, you are going to share the OBA results, right?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I did not receive it from Kirti Mataji yet. I did not.
You have not received.
Corrections are done, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Sorry, Mataji.
I'll just check with it.
Yeah, I will share it. I will share it with you, Mataji. I received from Kirti Mataji. I will share it with you. So after this session, you can share it with the team. And secondly, now after this chapter, the OBA 2 will also be given, and we'll give you a couple of weeks time. Request again is happy. 80% of my class participants are adhering to the time. I'm so happy about it. The other 20% request, please respect. Yeah, there are some genuine cases we will definitely appreciate. Krishna also appreciate. But somebody who is not taking these instructions lightly, it is not a good quality. That is also one of the demonic quality. Okay, so request, please adhere to your timelines, because frankly speaking, I've given an instruction that devotees who have not submitted their answers in time, we are not even reading a single word out of that. We are just putting the pass mark that just I want everybody to progress. Otherwise, other teachers give fail marks, and they expect such people have to continue the same module again or give another. So I don't want to be so harsh. So I just give that pass mark and push. So the next OBA I'm giving, I want to see 100% result. Yes. Now let us move to the next sloka. Chanda Mataji, you want to read this sloka?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामः क्रोधस्तदा लोभः तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody you have left out? Aryan Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So the beginning of the demonic life is described here. Three gates to hell. Sure shot, three gates to hell. Lust, anger, and greed. So these are our three enemies. Yeah. We have to put all our endeavors to overcome these. Only then there is some possibility of self-realization. Else, Prabhupada says there is no chance for liberation for such jivas. Now talking about anger, coming into Krishna consciousness, how many have you experienced that your anger is only increasing, it is not decreasing? Is there anybody? This is one of the common question. Many people will say that Prabhuji, having come to this Krishna consciousness, I have become more angry. Anybody?
Yes, Prabhu.
I have experienced, Prabhuji.
You have experienced, yes. Yeah. What is happening here is, previously we were not even thinking that this is a demonic quality. We were thinking this is part of our life. The lusty behavior, the greed. We were living with that. But when we came into Krishna consciousness, we are now able to differentiate. So we are able to see that quality within us. Previously, we were not even looking at that qualities. Yeah, that is why we think that we are getting more angrier. But that is a realization that we are getting angry, and then it is a purification. One more very beautiful example is been given by most of the Shiksha Gurus. When you enter a house which is locked up for almost 50 years and you try to clean up, what will happen?
Lot of dust.
Lot of dust will come, right? More you clean, more dust you will see. So our heart is contaminated for millions of years. When the purification now it is happening, we will definitely see more lust, more greed, more thing we are able to see. But when we are continue with this process, when we continue with this process, we will get to a stage where we are able to rise above this. People so immaturely say, and our egos will also hurt. It has hurt me also. People say, you are chanting so much, why are you getting so angry?
Seriously, Prabhuji? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. As soon as we listen to this, we also feel something that pinches our ego within.
But
Yeah.
it helps us, Prabhu.
We
Yes.
need to realize that we are not pure devotees. In fact, we are poor aspiring to be a devotees. Yeah, with that realization, when we continue this sadhana, through that sadhana we will rise. And by the mercy of Vaishnavas, as you told, by the mercy of Vaishnavas and Guru, we will rise to that stage. We are progressing in that path. Yeah. Now coming back to what is the way out for us from these behaviors? What is the way out? We are all struggling with lust, greed, anger, all the demonic qualities within us. What is helping us to rise above all these qualities?
Taking shelter of the holy name, Prabhuji.
Taking shelter of the holy name, yes. 90% of my question answer is taking shelter of the holy name. But this is something
Prabhuji,
different.
reading books of Srila
Reading
Prabhupada.
books.
Yes.
Yes. What else?
Doing seva, Prabhuji.
Doing seva, right? What else?
Sadhu Sangha.
Sadhu Sangha. Yes. What more?
Prabhuji, everything is
Renunciation.
mentioned in Sri Shiksha Ashtakam.
Yeah. What is there in Shiksha Ashtakam, Mataji? Please tell me.
तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरुरोपि सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि.
Yes. These are all very high level philosophies. I'm just looking at something very basic.
Prabhuji,
What is helping us to overcome?
understanding the correct meaning of renunciation, the word renunciation.
Renunciation. This again is Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava level. I'm trying to keep things very simple.
We have
What
to
is
be
that which is
submissive.
helping?
We have to be submissive.
Submissive, yes.
Advocacy and tolerance, Prabhuji.
All that you have told is perfectly right. But what is
Prabhuji,
helping us is
Prabhuji, it is like knowing that see, basically this greed, anger, and all those things will come when we take things on our own control. So if we realize it is Krishna is the supreme controller, so Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, Krishna is the supreme proprietor, I think these things can be easily overcome.
yes. So correct, Prabhu. You are also correct. So the point what I wish to say is the instructions of our acharyas are following four regulative principles. Many times we do not give so much importance. In fact, by mercy, we are all in Bhakti Shastri stage and we are all following four regulative principles. But initially, when we were struggling to reach to that stage, right? and what we are today, it is following four regulative principles is so important to rise above these qualities. So what are the four regulative principles?
No meat eating,
No
no
meat eating,
gambling, no illicit
no
sex,
intoxication.
and no intoxication.
No intoxication. And I heard only three. No
No
illicit
meat
relationship,
eating,
no meat eating, no illicit relationships,
No
no
gambling.
intoxication,
No gambling.
no
gambling.
gambling. So what are the benefits of following this? For example, no intoxication. What is the quality we are imbibing?
Uh,
Austerity.
Yes.
austerity.
Please make note of all these things. These are all very important. Yeah, it looks in every day we speak about four regulative principles, but we do not give the emphasize the essence of this. It is like we recite lot of mantras, but without knowing the meaning. Our Guru Acharya says when we recite these mantras with knowing the meaning, the power is 1,000 times more. Right? Similarly, the intoxication, austerity. You can go and ask to a drunkard to not drink today. That is the biggest austerity he can do. Right? So similarly, illicit relationship, what quality it imbibes? Shiv Kumar Prabhu, you can park your answer. I know you know the answer. I wish to know some answers from others also. Don't try to give the perfect answer if you don't. At least participation is important.
Truthfulness, Prabhuji.
Sorry?
Truthfulness, Prabhuji.
Truthfulness is other thing.
Purity, Prabhuji.
Illicit relationship. Yeah, it is cleanliness of our body. Yeah. And then no meat eating. Compassion. Yes. And then no
Non-violence.
gambling. Sorry, Mataji?
Non-violence.
Sorry?
Meat eating,
Non-violence. Yes,
non-violence.
non-violence. Yes. So when the compassion is there, you will become non-violent. Right? And no gambling. So no gambling is truthfulness. Sometime now physically we may not be engaged in some gambling activity. How can we relate to our life? Something which is not owned to us, and we desire for such things. Yeah. So that is also we should avoid. So these are all four pillars of dharma. Right? So this is the importance of following four regulative principles. When you start preaching about these four regulative principles, these are all the things you have to highlight during your preaching. Yeah. Now we discussed about these four regulative principles. Even now, when I see some non-vegetarian food, somewhere in my subtle mind, there will be a trigger. Even I'm having now, by Krishna's mercy, all those hankerings, everything has gone, but somewhere that bad dog within will bark. So how can we fix up in this following four regulative principles? The forces of Maya is so strong, right? Devi Isha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. It is so strong. Krishna says, my material energy, it is so strong to overcome. So how can we rise above this?
Being in association with Sadhu Sangha.
How can we get over this lower taste? I've
By
given
getting the higher taste.
given you a very
By having the higher taste of Lord Krishna.
So param drishtva nivartate. How do we get that higher taste?
By chanting.
Sakti Vida.
Yes. So
Asakti
chanting the holy
Prabhu.
names.
By chanting.
Yeah. So chanting the holy names. We are all Bhakti Shastri students chanting 16 rounds. Now what is the next? Is to rise in our quality, rise in our realization, knowing the Nama Prabhu is more merciful than Krishna. The holy name is not different than Krishna. So this realization and giving that importance, attentive chanting. What is attentive chanting for us?
Chanting clearly and listening it.
Pronounce correctly, listening attentively. So what is attentive chanting? At our level, we are sadhaka bhaktas. Every time when a mind wander, bringing back that wandering mind back to that holy name is the biggest austerity for us. Yeah. So by doing that, giving first priority for the holy names in the first thing when we get up. So that way we rise above, that we get the higher taste. Param drištva nivartate. All that we are doing, the four regulative principles, for us to fix up in that very strongly, chanting of holy name is the secret.
And Prabhuji also like Vraja Gopika.
Sorry, Mataji.
Vraja Gopika, the chanting, the way they have done for Lord Krishna. So when
That is
Vraja
all.
Gopika, they forget even for a second that chanting Nama Japa, they cry, they feel that greatest pain in their heart. So if when we need to try to be, in that state when we are connecting with Krishna.
Yes. So that is the very highest level of chanting. Okay. I am talking about the larger section where we are today. At least I can say I am in that stage where my mind is still wandering and still struggling. And every time there is a big fight within. Yeah. So let us quickly
Chant loudly and hear attentively. Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji,
chant loudly
chant
and
correctly.
hear attentively. This will help and bring back mind every time to the holy names. So let us go to next sloka. Kalpana Mataji, can you please recite?
Hare Krishna. एतैर्विमुक्तः कौन्तेय तमोद्वारैस्त्रिभिर्नरः आचारति आत्मनः श्रेय ततो याति परां गतिम्.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody missed out today who have not? Or anybody can...
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shall I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
The man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attain the supreme destination. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So here Krishna says that one should be very careful to overcome these three enemies, and more one starts getting freed from these three enemies, more one's existence become pure. Yeah, right from tamoguna to rise towards satguna by following four regulative principles, by chanting the holy name, by engaging in devotional service. This is the process given, and that process is nothing other than Krishna consciousness. Yeah. Next sloka. Shanti Sudesh Mataji.
Hare Krishna. यः शास्त्रविधिम् उत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Suraj Prabhu, can you please read this for us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, may I?
Yes, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Yeah. But he who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness, nor the supreme destination.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
So the Varnashrama Dharma gives us a clear direction how we have to live our life, right? But one who is whimsically living their life, there is absolutely no chance for them for self-realization. So what is the lesson we need to take is regulation. We have still not reached to the pure devotional level, that level. So everything what we are doing, when we realize this is wrong, and when we regulate and slowly, gradually reduce and stop, that is what is expected, right? The word kama karatha is extremely important here, which is says the person who knowingly violate the rules acts in lust. So now we know certain things are not right for our Krishna consciousness practice. If we knowingly we continue to do, then we are engaging in lusty activities and we continue to glide down. So only way we have to rise, as said, is regulation and then move further. Looking back, we all have engaged in some or the other sinful activities. Now having come into Krishna consciousness, what is required is surrender to the Lord. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. Aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha swami mashuchaha. Krishna is telling. So when we surrender to the Lord, all our sinful activities are being taken care by the Lord, right? So last shloka for the day.
May I,
Lowest
Prabhuji?
shloka.
May I,
Yes,
Prabhuji?
Mataji, go ahead.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tasmat Sastrang Pramanang Te Karya Karya Vibhastito Gyantva Sastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartur Miharsasi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So
Krishna
Shivakumar
Putra, I
Prabhuji.
have not.
Yeah, Shivakumar Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Yes, Hare Krishna Putraji. One should understand what is a duty and what is not a duty by the regulation of the scriptures. No such rules and regulations one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
Yes,
Thank
Prabhu.
you,
So
Putraji. Hare
gradually be
Krishna.
elevated by following the rules and regulations which is mentioned in our scriptures. So all the rules and regulations in the scriptures is to understand, know Krishna, right? Krishna being the supreme master, supreme enjoyer, and to know our constitutional being the being the servitor of the Supreme Lord and engaging in devotional service. Surrender. Krishna says surrender, and Lord Chaitanya, the most merciful Lord, he has made it even more simple to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chanting the holy name, purify our hearts. Purified heart will help us to engage in devotional service. We are all engaging in devotional service, but what is most important is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam, Anukulasya Krishnanushilanam Bhaktiruttamam. So, without any desires or expectation, when we are engaging in devotional service, that is the perfection of our life. The problem with our society is aversion to this principle. Nobody want to take this principle. Many do not want to take up Krishna consciousness. Many do not want to chant the holy name because they are so attached to their material sense enjoying propensities, material attachments. They are not able to progress. And as a result, they continue to get beatings from Maya. Trivida kleshas. Adhyatmika klesha, Adibhuta klesha, Adi Deva
Daivika.
klesha, right? So they continue to struggle in this material world. Knowing this, what is the key lesson from this chapter for us is to at least follow what our acharyas have given, follow the regulative principles, and rise from tamoguna at least to the satguna. And by serving Vaishnavas, by the mercy of Guru Parampara, we can rise above that as well. So with this, I will end my session. Actually, I thought I don't have much to speak today. I may end up in half an hour, but the discussion went on. Hope you all liked. And the key learnings, more important is to learn and implement in our life, right? Without that, it is of no use. So with this, I will end my session. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Don't know what is going on anyway. So thank you very much. So before I leave, I have to make others course, right? Kalpana Mataji, you got the results, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So I'll make you host.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So thank you very much for your patient listening. Hope you all enjoyed. Any key takeaway learning from today, you can share for a minute, and then we can end the session.
Prabhuji, the 3 key points which you have shared, the japa session.
Yes.
That is the foremost thing for me to learn. That is tolerance and having that guts to go and accept that I have also committed, bad to you. So that is the best part, and definitely I'll take it. And it's making me to, detach from such bondage also.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhasya chakrapa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, श्री गोस्वामी की जय. I am also extremely struggling with all the anarthas. Please pray for me. By your prayers only I will be able to someday overcome all these anarthas. So I humbly pray. I humbly request you all to pray for me. Okay? Hare Krishna Dhanvatan.